Roblox Sports Combine Review Free Agency Preview. The official league year starts in about 5 hours, so let's get it started. First topic on the board, let's talk about Stephon Gilmore to the Patriots.
I think it's an interesting move because it opens up a lot of doors. Now they don't have to worry about Logan Ryan. They already have Eric Rowe. But also there's been a lot of talks Malcolm Butler could possibly be traded for Brandon Cooks. There's been a lot of interest for the Patriots in Cooks. They offered the 32nd pick in the draft. And I think that deal could possibly get done, moving Gilmore to the top spot, but that leaves the hole at the 2. So with keeping their 32nd pick, they could draft a guy like Sidney Jones or Desmond King. But it still would leave a hole if they trade Butler.
I don't know if Sidney Jones will still be around at 32.
Possibly, but I think Quincy Wilson, Tease Tabor, those are guys that can drop because only so many teams need corners.
What do you think about the Cooks Butler trade?
So that maybe the Pats could think they could lose both Malcolm Butler and Logan Ryan. I don't think they would, but I think it's interesting to sort of see what they have left in the draft because this is, as we all know, a very deep draft, as we saw in the Combine, for cornerbacks. So I think maybe because they got Stephon Gilmore, if they could draft a solid corner to be the number 2 and then sort of make him grow into that spot, that would be a pretty good choice. I mean, I would rather have either Butler or Ryan stay, but those are my thoughts.
This trade doesn't really make sense to me. For one reason, that Brady is not a deep ball quarterback. He throws. You watch most players from the last few years. Brady is quick throws, efficient offense down the field. Brady doesn't average that many yards per throw.
You can talk about vertical offense. Look what Randy Moss, vertical player. He really thrived in the offense.
I understand, but
the point of Bill
Randy Moss is
Belichick,
also
he forms his offense around his players. He doesn't make his team conform.
Randy Moss is also a huge target, though. Brandon Cooks is a speed guy who goes vertical. He doesn't run. You watch him on the Saints. He doesn't run a lot of cross-field routes. He runs a lot of flies, which Brady is. Brady is maybe the best quarterback of all time, but the deep ball is not his strong suit. You watch him multiple plays this year. He overthrew the deep ball, a little bit of inaccurate. His money is made. His legacy is made by him throwing 15-yard slants across the middle that are broken for long shots.
I think that the Patriots have really been trying to get a deep threat ever since they lost Randy Moss. You have to look at Aaron Dobson. They spent a second rounder on him. He just never really developed. Getting a surefire speed threat, that's something that could really open up the offense for guys like Edelman, Amendola going on the shorter crossing routes. And they added Dwayne Allen, who's another vertical target. I think they're trying to make sure that they can have the ability to let their offense go a little more vertical, a little longer, stretch.
So let's switch to Dwayne Allen right now. Martellus Bennett tweeted today, "Goodbye, massholes, Marty out." Right, so that shows that he's most likely out of Boston.
Yeah.
So do we think Dwayne Allen's gonna be able to step into his shoes?
I think so. I think you got to think about the Patriots' history. I really love the trade because this is basically an almost exact same replica of the Bennett trade of last year. It was something like a couple of late round draft picks, and we actually received draft picks for Bennett, for getting Bennett as well.
You did for Allen too.
Yeah,
it was a fourth for a sixth and Bennett.
Yeah, I really like the trade. Dwayne Allen, the Colts drafted him to sort of replicate the Gronk and Hernandez tandem, and the Patriots, I've heard, were interested in the guy since he actually entered the league, so I think it's a really, really good trade.
I actually don't agree with that because I don't think Allen's going to be the fit. They tried a vertical tight end in Tim Wright, who they got from the Buccaneers. He did not pan out. And I think they need a guy like Gronk, like Bennett, a big target. Because Allen, he's a little on the shorter side, but he can go longer. But I don't think that's what they want from their tight end because this is not a guy that's going to come in and do what Bennett does. He's such a different player. I think they could have gone for someone better. And even though he is younger, he does bring youth. I think you could have tried to go in the draft, like the tight end draft class right now is amazing. You could have gone for a guy like possibly Bucky Hodges from Virginia Tech. I think he could have been a good guy to kind of mix in more similar to what Bennett did.
I think the real surprise of free agency so far has been the receivers. You see Brandon Marshall go to the Giants for 2 years, $12 million. Kenny Stills re-upped. Today, Brian Quick signed. And I think the one that I don't understand is Pierre Garçon to the Niners making $16 million in his first year.
I don't get it. There are so many holes. They really just cut Torrey Smith to open up cap space so they get a guy that's the same as Torrey Smith. It just doesn't make any sense. Spend your money somewhere it's going to mean something. Without a quarterback, Pierre Garçon means nothing. He's going to get cut in 2 years.
They did sign Brian Hoyer.
Okay, look, I have a glass of water. See, no one cares.
I mean, I think also you see Torrey Smith and Pierre Garçon, talent's very comparable, both speedy receivers who are really legitimate downfield threats. But you look at the attitude change, and Pierre Garçon, you see him get in fights on the field all the time. He gets fined. Torrey Smith is an upstanding citizen. I do not understand this signing.
Me neither.
I agree.
All right, so let's switch to the combine now because we're about halfway through the video. Is there any way that Myles Garrett does not go number 1 overall?
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's a Jadeveon Clowney type player. He's going to go number 1.
I mean, this guy, 4.64 to the combine, right? A little bit slower than Jadeveon Clowney, faster than Khalil Mack, right? This dude had a 41-inch vertical at 274 pounds. That's a higher vertical than Odell Beckham. This guy's a freak athlete. I was listening to some stats, and he has, if he's coming off the edge unblocked, the quarterback has a little less than a second and a half to throw the ball before Myles Garrett is on top of them. Right? So this guy, I mean, you talk about the Browns, they need a quarterback, right? I say you take Myles Garrett at 1, because this dude is a once-in-a-generation talent, right? And then at 12, you most likely have Deshaun Watson, right? Even if he's not there, later in the draft, you can get someone like Deshaun Kaiser if he doesn't end up going in the first round. Nathan Peterman, who's a great pick. Davis Webb, these guys can fall lower in the draft. It's not a super deep quarterback draft, and I don't understand. I don't think you can waste the number 1 pick of the draft on them.
Yeah, I think Garrett should go number 1, and I think the debate is whether they should spend the number 1 on a QB, and they definitely shouldn't, because even though the Pats said Garoppolo is likely not an option for a trade anymore, the Browns should still pursue him because they could pick Myles Garrett at number 1, and then if a trade doesn't work out with a quarterback that they like, then they can go ahead and pick that quarterback at number 12.
I think the big issue here with the Browns is that they have so many holes. If they get a quarterback, they can't keep him upright, and they don't really have any playmakers, so you're just going to ruin him. So why not fill everything around him, and then you go get your guy? Because is Trubisky really the guy, especially with possibly Sam Darnold in next year's class, Jake Browning? It's probably a better quarterback class next year to wait for.
We're looking at offensive lines. This is a pretty good offensive line class, but not super deep. I mean, I know you're gonna love this. What do you think about the Andrew Whitworth signing?
The Andrew Whitworth signing, I think it's an interesting signing for the team, and I think that he could really develop into a good player for them, even though he is a little bit old, but for the Rams. And I think it is big because Jared Goff really struggled in the fact that he was not able to stay upright, and so in the last 2 years, they spent 7 picks on offensive linemen, including 5 in the first 3 rounds. And the fact that really outside of Gary Reynolds, none of them have developed. Number 2 pick, Greg Robinson's been a healthy scratch. They really need a veteran to come in and help, and I think Whitworth really fits.
All right, last 2 topics for the day. 1, where does Leonard Fournette go? Does he go top 10? I mean, he had a great combine. He ran a 4.51 at 240 pounds.
I don't trust him. Like, what are you gonna get with him? Just get Dalvin Cook. You really know what you're getting. He's a 3-down back. I think Christian McCaffrey, same. Also, if you want a power back, Samaje Perine had 30 bench press reps. That is unheard of for a running back. I would take him over Fournette. I don't trust him. He's got the knee issues. He could be out of the league in 5 years.
All right.
I really don't know.
Well, a lot of scouts and executives actually were split between taking Ezekiel Elliott and Leonard Fournette. There was actually a near 50-50 split whether they would pick Fournette or Ezekiel Elliott in a draft kind of scenario. So that's a kind of interesting point.
I think Fournette is a gifted talent, but I don't trust his knees that they won't give out in a few years. You'll get both him and McCaffrey really slowed down the junior seasons because of the heavy load that they had in the sophomore season, and in the big games against Alabama, he didn't even combine for 100 yards in the last 2 years, but his team really needed him. He didn't show up. And he had the best offensive line in college football. Look what Darius Geis was breaking his own records. So how great is he if his backup is breaking his records?
All right, last topic, 1-word answer. John Ross, boom or bust?
Bust.
I'm going with the boom here. This dude has the speed. He's a great pass catcher, and he ran some great routes in Washington.
I thought it was 1 word.
I'm defending my thing.
Can I defend my
Yeah,
word
you can
too?
defend your word. Fine.
Okay, I think he's just gonna run downfield, maybe catch some passes, but he's never gonna be a multi-dimensional talent.
I say boom.
Alright, thank you. This has been the video.